I'm Ashlyn.
And I'm Zach.
And we're traveling A to Z.
This week we're at the Glacial Lagoon in Iceland.
Today we're heading to Vatnajökull, which is the biggest glacier in Iceland, and we're gonna go on a boat ride and hike. So behind us is the Glacier Lagoon. You can see all the icebergs that have broken off from the major glacier that is behind us.
So this Glacier Lagoon is 200 to 300 meters deep, and it's the largest in Iceland, and it's carved out by the glacier.
And this lagoon is not officially a lake, but it's deeper than any lake in Iceland also. So you can definitely see how much it is receded. So here where the green line is in 1890, and all the way where the red line is in 2016. So where we were standing was actually a glacier a long time ago, and now it's become the water lagoon, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger as it melts. And an interesting fact about the glacier is it's actually on top of a volcano, and so the ground underneath the glacier is pretty warm. So every fall or so, the water starts to melt, and then it will like shoot from underneath the glacier, the melted water, and go into the valley. And it can flood, and they can take out bridges, and then it remelts. But that's pretty interesting that you have a glacier with a volcano. Crazy. So the pieces of iceberg you see floating, you only see about 10% of it. The rest of it, 90%, is actually under the water. And as it melts, it'll turn over, so you can't get really close to the glaciers, just to equalize. And the blue is pretty new, that it just turned over not too long ago. This is pretty cool. So outside of the Glacial Lagoon, there's like a little mountain you could climb up. You have a gorgeous view of all the icebergs and glacier. So in the Glacial Lagoon, there's a whole bunch of seals that swim around here. There is a entrance from the ocean, there's a bridge, and the only animal that can get in is the seals. The rest of the predatory animals can't, so that's the biggest animal. And so basically they have as much fish as they can eat without anyone else trying to kill them or attack them. So it's pretty neat. And so you can see little seal heads all over, just kind of poking their heads up. So it's not too windy, but there is a little wind coming off the glacier, and it's pretty nippy and cold. I have I have 5 layers on right now on top, and I have 3 layers on the bottoms, and it's still a little nippy. Luckily it's not snowing or raining right now, so that's a good thing. We are getting ready to get our life jackets and get ready to go on the Zodiac to go around the icebergs. I'm so excited. We're supposed to get really close to the glacier too. So it's not exactly a Zodiac, it's like a duck boat. I don't know. On land. But we're going to water. Glacier is the biggest glacier in all of Europe, and obviously all of Iceland, since it's the biggest one in Europe. It's huge, and all we're seeing is the tongue and just the little icebergs in the little lagoon. So these icebergs we're seeing are over 1,000 years old. So they're pretty old, and these are pieces that are broken off. So the blue color is from the air bubbles reflecting on that air, causing it to be a blue color. And we're only seeing 10% of the icebergs. 90% of it is underwater. We're now heading to the other side of the Glacier Lagoon to check it out. So we are on the other side of where the Glacier Lagoon is, and there's a little hike that is supposed to go along the edge of the glaciers. It's around 15 kilometers total. So they say it takes about 5 hours to do. We're just gonna walk out here about a half a mile or a mile maybe, I don't know. We're gonna go about a half an hour and then turn around and we're gonna see what we could see on that, and hopefully we get some good glacier views. Hike is so beautiful. It just literally goes along the edge of another little lagoon with the glaciers behind and the little icebergs. Like, this is really neat. And the trail is really well marked. Like, they have these little yellow things sticking up. It's a really good trail. So we pretty much have this whole hike to ourselves. I wish we had all day and we would do the whole thing, but unfortunately we don't.
We're in Iceland, and that's a glacier.
We walked about a mile in, and it's gorgeous. It's really pretty. It just keeps kind of going out into this field, which is where the glacier used to be, but it's been receding, and so now you just have this kind of gravel flat area. They do have like these bumps and dunes, is what they call them here, and those are formed by glacier ice also. So the ice gets all smooth from being in the water, and something like this will only last a couple hours once it breaks off of the glacier, because this water is filled with both salt water and fresh water, and so the salt water starts to degrade the ice really fast.
We're gonna see if we can make this iceberg have a cap. You ready?
No.
That's actually pretty solid.
Yeah. We're now heading to the black sand beach for the last stop of our day. So we just made it to Diamond Beach and we're gonna go check it out. This is where a lot of the icebergs go and float up onto the black pebble beach. So that is the ginormous Vatnajökull glacier. So this is a very black sand beach. I think this is probably one of the blackest sand beach I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
But instead of shells, you get icebergs that flow up here, and they call it Diamond Beach because it sparkles like diamonds on the black sand. So the Diamond Beach is right near the glacier and where we took the little boat ride. So it's pretty close, everything's kind of nearby.
There's a lot of water coming down right now. If you look out this way, that is a lot of water.
Right over here behind that bridge is where we were doing our little boat ride, and you can see where things are breaking off and they're coming down really fast into the ocean. I don't know anywhere in the world where you could be on a black sand beach and see icebergs on the beach. This is pretty cool and impressive. Join us next week as we continue along the Ring Road more west. Please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures.